Hi, I'm David Cannings and I'm a director at PwC in the United Kingdom. Part of my role is to help our clients as they investigate and respond to cybersecurity incidents. An average day is really varied. I'm involved in our incident response cases from end to end, so that provides a good deal of variety. I talk to new clients when they suspect they've had an incident, check that our team is making good progress on investigations, and present findings when we finish a case. I've always been a bit of a geek. I studied a networking degree at university, and then my first role was with the UK government, helping critical infrastructure companies to respond to breaches. From there, I moved to a global technical specialist and then to PwC. And the key thing that led to my current role was a desire to look further than just the technical aspects of response. So now I focus on our clients and on our business. I've always received a lot of enjoyment from technical challenges, and every case is usually subtly different. There's always something unexpected about what the attacker did or what they were trying to achieve. Technical consultancy is also an excellent way to learn about how companies work, and especially across different industries. I've worked with small clients, small startups to multinational companies, including some that do really important things like keep power and water working. The main challenge is that people always want certainty, especially when dealing with lawyers. Unfortunately, this isn't always possible during an investigation, and it's really important to communicate effectively and establish the facts. This can often mean having very difficult conversations with senior individuals at a client when there simply isn't the evidence to give an answer. Another challenge is that during a breach, clients are often in crisis mode. It's great to help and get the answers they need and to bring the confidence to calm things down, but you're often dealing with people who are very tired and very stressed. An important skill is to be inquisitive and always challenge your assumptions. Often, the major breakthrough in a case comes from the persistence to investigate something which seems a bit unusual at first glance. Technical skills are obviously really important for many aspects of incident response, but they definitely aren't the only thing required. People who can coordinate large projects, communicate effectively, and understand client requirements are also crucial during complex breaches. Some advice or a key piece of advice is to understand what is driving your client. There's always a business context to any investigation, which will influence how senior leaders approach that crisis. On multiple occasions, I've completed incident response cases only to find the business was in the process of a very sensitive transaction like a merger or acquisition. Building on those so-called soft skills is also really important. Incident response often requires talking to people at all levels, from IT operations to human resources to the CEO or CFO. It's vital to speak their language and to understand what they need from you. Over the next few years, I expect a number of different evolutions. We've seen an increase in regulation over the last few years, and companies are still adapting to what this means for their risk profile. In many cases, we're now working with lawyers and having to perhaps work in a slightly different way to we've been used to in the past. Threats from criminal groups such as ransomware are also continuing, including threat actors who release sensitive data. That's obviously really important for our clients, but also really important for us as individuals, as our sensitive data is potentially released in multiple places. A key motivation, I think it's really important that companies get a high level of service when interacting with incident response firms. Ultimately, there's lots of risks to our personal security when data is stolen, and longer term risks to national security from sophisticated threat actors. It's also really important for incident response firms to collaborate. It's great if we can help each other out and deliver better value or value more quickly to our clients by working with the other partners in industry. What do I hope to achieve in my time on the committee? My two key objectives are to ensure the CREST exams in this area are up to date and to ensure good interaction with stakeholders such as the National Cybersecurity Centre. It's really important we have a credible set of exams that enable people and companies to prove they've got a well-rounded set of skills to help UK companies. It's also really important that we interact with people like the National Cybersecurity Centre and other parts of government to ensure that as a community we can best serve government and critical infrastructure in these in times of crisis.